right, so what is for dinner for you tonight? I'm Fit Chef Katie, and I'm here with your simplest, fastest dinner that is not only tasty, but gorgeous. All right, so I'm going to show you the simple and easy process to make this for your dinner tonight. Did some grocery shopping this morning, and everything I purchased was ready to go. First thing we're going to start with is some arugula. Now let's really mix up those greens. A lot of people buy iceberg, not the best choice. We want to go darker and darker every time. Spinach is going to be another great alternative if you want. But I always buy the packages cleaned, ready to go. I get it for people that don't have a lot of time. So buy a bag of this, and you'll be ready to go. I bought some beautiful, colorful heirloom tomatoes, baby tomatoes. You could buy just the red, but you know, it's nice to kind of get some color. It looks beautiful on the plate, and we're going to saute these up. So what I've done is I've got a little sample from Primo Sales. It's California extra virgin olive oil. I've got my pan heating, nonstick pan. I'm going to drizzle a little bit of that olive oil, and we're going to pop these tomatoes. Super simple. If you want, you can add some garlic. Careful, garlic does burn. And when it's hot and ready, we're going to add that. We're going to give it a second. Oh, I already heard it popping. It's coming. It's almost ready. I did buy some beautiful Parmesan Reggiano cheese. Now, this is going to be a Parmesan that is nice and sharp. It's been aged for 2 years in one of those giant round tubs. And it's always going to, on the rind, have the name engraved in it. So look for that. Quality does count, and you're really going to taste it in this cheese. I can hear it sizzling back here. So pay attention, because you're going to hear this. Just maybe move my greens for you. I'm going to pop these right into the pan. They're going to start to sizzle in a minute. They're going to get all warm. They're going to start to pop. A bit like popcorn. We're going to move on. I bought some chicken as well. So we're going to save the cheese. That's going to be our topping. It's going to be the last bit we put on. Got some chicken tenders. Chicken tenders do cook up fast, and that's important. If you've got a ton of people to feed, I have 3 kids myself. Chicken tenders are a lot easier. I am going to avoid breading chicken. Let's just cut out breading. Oh, we want to cut out carbs at night if we can. We're going to wake up a little bit thinner in the morning. I'm going to add some red chili flakes. You hear the popping going on? I'll show you that in a minute. I like a little kick in my food. Got some fresh cracked pepper. You want to do this before you put it on your oiled pan. Got some Maldon sea salts, and we'll be doing a segment on salt coming up. There's a lot to know, and there's some really great flavored salts out there right now. All right, let me show this to you. You see that? Hear that? They're still nice and around, but in about 2 minutes, they're going to start to flatten out and get kind of cooked and soft. Turn up the heat just a bit. Now, what I love about this dish is it's going to be all one pan. I don't like doing dishes. I'm not always the cleanest of cooks. I'm telling you my secrets here. So we're going to take those tomatoes out in a second, and we're actually going to put the chicken right on top in the same pan. Now, if you're feeding a larger family, which I usually am, plus friends and neighbors that like to come over, I'm going to put the arugula in a pretty platter. I'm going to kind of build it, because what's going to happen is we're going to get the sauce and the juice from the tomatoes, and it's going to scale it down a bit. So it never hurts to have more greens in your meal. So don't be afraid to pack it in. So this is going to be ready to go, and watch how simple and fast this is going to be. My tomatoes are still cooking here. Need about 1 more minute. I'm going to do one more thing to even brighten up my chicken breast and my chicken tenders. I just bought this beautiful little plant at Trader Joe's, herbs and spices, and I'm going to take little sprigs of thyme. I'm not going to take the leaves off, but instead I'm going to lay them right down. So when we cook it, it's going to cook right in. You have a couple choices here. You could even take the little leaves and just mix them in with your greens. It's going to be a beautiful presentation, and I don't know if you noticed it on my chicken, but let me show you what it will look like. So you've got that right in there. Very pretty, and people are going to do the ooh-ah factor. And yet it didn't take you any extra time. All right, so let's check on those tomatoes. It's released a little bit of the juices. They're getting brown. They smell fantastic. I'm going to give them 1 more minute to pop. And we're going to add the chicken to the same pan, and we're going to have a quick and easy meal. I'm going to just pour these right here right on top. All the juices are coming out. I'm going to add a little bit more olive oil to my pan. It is a non-stick pan, so we don't need to add a whole lot. And be careful whenever you're adding chicken or meats to a dish, to a hot pan, you don't want to crowd it. So I'm going to put all 5 of them in. Make sure that thyme sprig is nice and stuck. We're going to hear that sizzle. Those will be done in about 4 minutes. I'm also going to add some salt and pepper while they're in the pan. I'm going to take that same salt and pepper, just kind of crack it back in. A couple more. You could add some dried thyme, dried oregano. This is kind of an Italian-style dinner, so you could add that as well. I'm going to finish up here, so if it's family style, I'm going to add my chicken bits. Maybe even pre-cut it so that my family and friends don't feel a little uncomfortable. We're going to add that cheese, and if you notice, I didn't dress the greens. Again, looking to save calories. And the juices from the chicken and the tomatoes will be dressing enough for your arugula. Add a little bit more cracked pepper, and you have a fast and easy meal for your family and friends. Now, if you have any questions, I'd love to hear from you. You can email me directly at fitchefkaty, that's FITCHEFKATY, @gmail.com. Make sure to follow me on Twitter at fitchefkaty. Love to hear from you and learn more about what you do and what you'd like to see me do. So see you next time. Healthy choices, healthy you.